Ah, welcome back to Mass Effect 3 again. And there's a journalist.
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I don't have the greatest track record with reporters.
I know, and it hasn't exactly endeared you to a galactic audience, but that can change. I'm a military reporter with the show called Battle Space. We're carried on just about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be won or lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Oh.
Tell your producers yes, for now. We'll see how it works out. Report to the ship as soon as possible. Any questions?
How much gear can I bring?
1 foot locker.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And now the Normandy has a reporter on board, but she ain't any of the combat use. And yeah, this game is about gathering these so-called war assets, which are about, well, how to kick ass of the Reapers. You use them all.
Commander Shepard, please select a destination.
But I'm here on a strictly business, so it's time to go to have a chat with the council first. And apparently Udina has become the human counselor because of the, well, Anderson being busy. That was at least how I would guess things to have been. And plenty of Volus seems to be around here. And there seems to be also chattings a little bit, or kind of give you side missions. And I think that this one makes not be as thorough as Mass Effect 2 because, well,
perhaps you can help me. I'm looking for my son.
But we spoke about this already.
well, as I was saying, that Mass Effect 2 had these basic story missions and loyalty missions.
There is no anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Jalani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that CSEC and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Oh yeah, there's the reporter Shepard punched.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Damn press.
See, you're keeping the peace.
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman.
Most people would see it as a move up.
Wedged in here with all the stuffed shirts? I'd rather be back down on the streets. I appreciate the higher pay grade, but I'm not a political creature.
Oh.
If you didn't want to be upped, why'd you accept?
You don't say no to Counselor Udina. Well, maybe you would, but I gotta live here. I know, squeaky wheel gets the oil, but I didn't lobby for promotion like some other officers. And not even sure why he picked me. Never know with politicians. I hate political BS.
Most likely he picked you because Udina, despite being an asshole, has some sort of very good understanding about characters. That sometimes you gotta pick up the guy who is best for the job, not the one who wants it.
Don't lose your edge. You might need it.
Oh, wouldn't mind an excuse to get my fingers dirty. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close.
Oh yeah. And some Paragon points. And Paragon and the Renegade points, they do not cancel each other out, they just accumulate separately. And they work basically as a, you could say, charm, intimidate business function thingy. Earth Councilor's office, Spectre office, CSEC office. Bit more bit more clear about all the maps, are where to go on the maps.
Commander, Councilor Udina said you'd be coming. If you'll follow me, the council is already in session.
Yeah, Udina took over Anderson's job.
We've got our own problems, Councilor. Earth is not in this alone.
But Earth was the first Council world hit. By all reports, it faces the brunt of the attack.
By your reports.
Salarians are quite good at getting reports.
The reports are accurate. Earth was attacked by the Reapers. And it's just the beginning. We need your help. Everything you can spare.
Each of us faces a similar situation. Even now, the Reapers are pressing on our borders. If we lend you our strength to help Earth, our own worlds will fall.
We must fight this enemy together.
And so we should just follow you to Earth?
Even if we were to unite our fleets, do you really believe we could defeat the Reapers?
I don't expect you to follow me without a plan.
Counselors, we have that plan. A blueprint, created by the Protheans during their war with the Reapers.
A blueprint for what?
We're still piecing it together. But it appears to be a weapon of some sort.
Capable of destroying the Reapers?
So it would seem.
The scales. It would be a colossal undertaking.
No. I forwarded the plans to Admiral Hagen. The remnants of the human fleet are already gathering resources to begin construction.
Our initial calculations suggest it is very feasible to build.
If we work together.
Have you considered that the Reapers destroyed the Protheans? What good did this weapon do?
It was incomplete. There was a missing component, here. Something referred to only as the catalyst. But they ran out of time before they could finish building it.
Do you really believe this can stop the Reapers?
Liara believes it can work, and so do I. And while I haven't always agreed with Udina, he's right about this. We need to stand together. Now more than ever. The Reapers won't stop at Earth. They'll destroy every organic being in the galaxy if we don't find a way to stop them.
The cruel and unfortunate truth is that while the Reapers focus on Earth, we can prepare and regroup.
We are convening a summit amongst our species. If we can manage to secure our own borders, we may once again consider aiding.
I'm sorry, Commander. That is the best we can do.
Shepard, meet me in my office.
Oh yeah, situation
I hope that's an offer of support.
stinks.
I'll be digging up what I can on this Prothean device, Shepard.
Well, thank you, Liara. And at the beginning, there's very much of this kind of drama. But it's still establishing
They're a bunch
about...
of self-concerned jackasses, Shepard. We may have a spot on the Council, but humanity will always be considered second-rate.
How can they be so blind?
They're scared, and they're looking out for themselves.
Our people are scared, and we are looking out for them the best we know how.
Counselor?
Commander, I can't give you what you need, but I can tell you how to get it.
I'm listening.
Primarch Fedorian called the War Summit, but we lost contact with him when the Reapers hit Palaven. Those meetings won't proceed without him. The Normandy is one of the few ships that can extract Primarch Fedorian undetected.
So far, you've only explained how I can help you.
It might seem that way. But the leaders of this summit will be the ones deciding our future. The fate of our fleets, where they fight, and with whom. A grateful Primarch would be a tremendous ally in your bid to unite us.
We're at war. And you want me to play politician?
If it gets you what you need, what does it matter? Our latest intelligence says that the Primarch was moved to a base on Palaven's largest moon. I've done all I can to help. The rest is up to you.
Well, he is quite matter of fact. Yes, that's a Turian male.
There is one other thing. The Council wanted me to tell you. We've chosen to uphold your Spectre status. And various resources will be made available to you. Good day.
Well, that went well.
It's a start. I'll talk to the others in the meantime. See if we can support this summit. move things along.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. So now I have you could say, a main mission. Priority Palaven. These priority missions, basically, they don't have time limit, basically, because they're the plot relevant missions. Those side missions, when I now look at that journal. Actually, these are info. Like this one. This is these partially are time-based in the sense that once they become unavailable once you have done some plot mission, like which is to say priority mission, like priority Palaven. Palaven is Turian homeworld, and because it lacks strong magnetosphere, it gets bombarded by solar radiation, which means that Turians are Turians because of that. Yeah. Oh, Spectre intelligence says that Quarians may be planning to attack. Go back towards Reapers, and got no funding to buy any equipment, and the shooting range is something that you can test your guns. Nothing gameplay functional things, nothing else in that sense. And yeah, looks like I'm about to get into a encounter with a journalist whom I punched in the face once.
Commander Shepard. Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions.
Well, I already have my pet reporter.
Khalisah bint Seen and Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect?
I've had enough of your tabloid journalism.
Alright.
Not this time, you military thug!
Oh!
On second thought, never mind. I don't have any more questions for you.
Oh yeah. That was kind of deserved. Yeah. That I deserved. But I could have done the follow-up Renegade to give her a headbutt. But I thought that, yeah. Shepard has a right cross, but she had because she learned from one blow to her face. And luckily the map also shows other interesting little details. Embassy offices, James. Yeah, so where might he should be somewhere around here. Let's just look around using this magnificent super system. Ah, there he is, Lieutenant. There's plenty of this kind of scenes.
Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here? With the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but...
But?
You were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, it looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, Citadels, well, there are plenty of this kind of reputation, paragon checks and all that kind of things. Because the basic goal of this game, in a longer run, could be something that you're gonna have to make yourself the biggest, craziest, meanest, toughest badass of the entire galaxy. Somebody that everybody is either scared or awed by. Which is to say, what does he know?
I'm up to my neck in trouble, but if there's anything you need, I'll do my damnedest to help.
So yeah, all kinds of things happening.
Thought things were relatively quiet here.
Well, compared to where you're coming from, sure. But the war's being felt everywhere. Millions across the galaxy have been displaced, and most of them come here.
Must have you doing somersaults.
Yeah, already allocated the bulk of my men to customs, but we're still overtaxed, cataloging and processing them all.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of this kind
It'll
of...
probably get worse before it gets better, Bailey.
Yeah, if it ever gets better.
Yeah, all these kind of little pessimistic conversations that you can have with all the interesting less interesting and sane, less sane characters, which, because the tone of this game is so much more it's very serious. Well, Mass Effect never has been silly, but this one is just grim when you compare to the Mass Effect 1 or 2. Mass Effect 1 started quite hopeful, in a sense nice. Well, it did gave hints of dark things happening, but when it drew out the Sovereign, things get bad. And here's the hospital. And there's plenty of people around here to make it look like that, make it clear that there's plenty of...
Welcome to Certa.
Alright.
Thank you for coming to Certa. How can we help you?
Buy this and buy some booze as well while I'm at it. And it also gave me an upgrade of medieval gameplay. And I also did a check that no, the Legendary Edition does not include multiplayer of Mass Effect 3, which is kind of expected. They would have had to put on new servers and all that, or establish some kind of player-to-player system of game playing, and they mostly didn't want to, and because well, it's just a bonus to the whole game anyways. But it was a fun bonus. And it was in Andromeda as well, and I haven't played that for quite a long time. So I don't know
if you can hear me. But since you can't tell me to get the hell out either, I'm gonna take my chances. Don't die, Caden. You've got to fight. We need you in this. Seeing you in action again, it reminded me you're a hell of a soldier. The Alliance could sure use you. I could use you.
Well, I barely used him.
Let me know.
I barely used Caden after there was new crew members in Mass Effect 1 available.
And that's an order.
But Mark Mear's acting performance has does improve over the series. In this one, it's much more dramatic. He can deliver much more dramatic and tense tones. But if I remember right, he wasn't originally even meant to cast as male Shepard. They hired him basically just as some sort of reference material to read the lines, so that the actual voice actor can then know the tone and basically know the rhythm of the speech. But they liked his performance so much that they just decided to skip that. Let's hire the actual VA and do the for male Shepard, and let's just keep going with him. But Jennifer Hale, who does the female Shepard voice, was much more accomplished voice actor, so in her case they do say that she has a bit better voice role, which I do agree. She is kind of better actor in that kind of sense. But I would, well, I'm a straight male, so I prefer my shepherd to be a straight male.
Arriving at docking bay D24.
Well, it's time to head towards to the Normandy and see what's up in there. Start to head towards Palaven, because that's where the main action is going to be. Yep, return to Normandy. And the fact that we are now paying a visit to Palaven, and there's these, you could say, dream sequences as well. I would say that these sequences are meant to show that how strange Shepard is starting to be, that he's not well, not in physical sense. Physical sense he's very well, but in mental sense stress is real bad. To say that this is kind of nightmarish, eerie sequence with these trees, mist, slow motion. It feels dream, as it probably meant to feel dream. It might feel something like a very cheap dramatic trickery used, but sometimes cheap or crude is exactly what you want to use. You don't want to be subtle or clever if you have something really strong and clear to make a message. But I do say that Shepard's eyebrows got quite much push here between Mass Effect 2 and 3. Might be something like a different character model system being used, or model being more...
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you alright?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
Bit glitchy.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Traynor. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line, quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Traynor has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Oh wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI, fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, Edie, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions.
All
Finally,
the basics.
Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCon.
Oh yeah. And if the Arrival DLC had not been played, this would be the first time Admiral Hackett is seen.
Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson and what's left of the Alliance forces can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
Oh yeah, they do. It does. They have Lance Henriksen's rough voice, but but they did not use his facial appearance. So let's check the war terminal. Yeah, whatever. How I've had left. Yeah, and the Alliance, exactly how much I've gotten from their use. Engineering Corps, Marine Division, Fleet, 1st, 3rd and 5th Fleet, and Diana. Yeah, even individual people may count as war assets. And Normandy itself, 1/3 of, and judging by this, well, Normandy is just below well, just in combat value or usefulness, just below a complete engineering corps, which means to say it's very potent spacecraft, which is quite understandable and hope.
The Council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
Now I'm at the...
The Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
So there's this private messages, yeah, reinstatements. So, and Quarians, more about them. and a priority mission, Eden Prime, which it would be very good, as it gives the DLC squad mate very unique, very entertaining, and he was also day one upgrade right from the start. But it's time to check how much it has taken before going wherever I'm going. And this is a little side
Commander,
mission.
I've got a hail from Admiral Hackett.
Put him through, Lieutenant.
Shepard, we've uncovered a secret Cerberus lab, function unknown. We sent in a recon team, but they were forced to pull out before they got very far.
Any other intel?
We think they're using the facility to warehouse and study Reaper tech. We've been wondering how Cerberus is connected to the Reapers, and this might give us some answers.
We're on it.
Find out what Cerberus is doing and get me any Reaper tech samples you can, Commander. Hack it out.
Alright, just a regular little intro cutscenes about where you are going and all that. These are quite very much these little side missions. Mass Effect 2 also had basically a little bit of running around and shooting.
That's your first sample to grab. Updating your nav point.
On my way.
And of course, being very similar to Mass Effect 2 means that yeah, you can. Hello there.
Affirmative.
Come here. Hand-to-hand combat. Always useful. And a big tuft of smoke. And old-fashioned hand-to-hand combat will solve the system. And deactivate this.
Well, that's weird looking. Guess we found it.
Got the sample.
Roger that. Meet you at the landing pad.
Oh yeah, there's a drop-off location. But still about to do the investigation. Is there anything else of value around here? Anything still? Reaper technology is dangerous because of its ability to influence minds. The indoctrination is simply too dangerous. Oh, and there's another one. Well, I guess that doesn't count as much of a sample. And a third one. There's plenty of them. Well, there's a drop-off point.
Second sample located, Commander. Nav point updated.
Good work.
Oh yeah, there's the other one. And more troops. Where the hell? It isn't so particularly interesting that the fact that I couldn't just get them all at the same time and then ouch, that hurt. And Cerberus troops are quite capable. They got... to use the... And those turrets, those engineers deploy, they are dangerous. They are way more dangerous than the engineers themselves are. Break down the...
It appears to be Reaper tech, but the signature is new to me.
Oh yeah, that's big.
Second sample secure. Heading back to you now.
Negative, Commander. Pad got hot. Have to far down. Got 3 birds on my 6. Taking fire. Set, making 4. Will rendezvous when I can. Out.
We just need to hold out until Cortez can pick us up.
Nothing like having your back to the wall.
Never said it would be easy.
So now it's a waiting job at this holding out position. And if I remember right, because I did play it a lot, way more than I did play the original PlayStation 3 release of Mass Effect. This is one of the multiplayer maps of that game. Meaning that it and this was quite a basic mission there was.
Over yet. I could do this all day.
Is it matter of time or the fact that, or defeating all these troopers first? Hey, yep. Come here.
Cortez, do you copy? What's your status?
Engaging multiple targets.
Lieutenant!
Last thing, Commander.
Shit.
Just stay focused and keep at it.
That worked. But these kind of little... Oh, that's James. More. Come here. And to hand combat. And I generally feel that the teammates are not that effective in combat.
Cortez, do you copy? You'll make it. Let's just keep the landing pad clear.
All right. Shit, and I was shot to death because there was such a mess. It takes some struggle, but then you can get in to the evacuation in these kind of missions. These are not as fun as they were at the main missions, you could say. as in, or at least in multiplayer, because multiplayer you had bigger teams available.
Commander, we've got our best engineers looking at the Reaper tech you secured from that lab.
What was Cerberus doing with it?
We don't know yet, but whatever Cerberus is up to, it can't be good. Even if we can't determine its purpose, we've disrupted their experiments.
I doubt they'll just close up shop.
Agreed. We'll keep sending strikes against the facility. Good work, Commander.
Well, that was a little basic side mission. You get some funds, you get some reputation, being considered even bigger badass than you already are. Next time it is time to.
You see the Citadel when we were there on leave? You'd never know there was a war on.
You'll know soon enough. All those
Well, then you are then it's time to go and pay a visit to Palaven, a Turian homeworld, and see what kind of mess they have in store. Interesting little detail that they've added to the Normandy is the Hall of Memorial, which says the name of people who have died serving on the Normandy, which includes name of Ashley Williams and Richard Jenkins, the first crewmates who have been killed, and Navigator Presley as well. But most other names are something that they don't ring a bell, because characters most likely never introduced, and that's not gonna remain as such. And there was also a toilet, women's toilet, that Shepard can't enter anymore, but men's he can. So it was a funny detail.